morning friends, welcome back to your favorite channel Code One Digest. So in this video we will be covering all the basic commands of the GitHub repository that you can use to perform all the operation to add files, to check out branches, to create branches, to clone the repository, right? To check in the files, right? To commit the files, to push our local changes to the remote repository. So we'll see all those basic commands now in this video. So stay tuned and watch this video till end. It is going to be very interesting video. So stay tuned and be with me in this video till the end. Friends, in the previous video we have seen the git clone command, git config command, git status command, git add command, git commit command, git branch, and git checkout command. If you have not seen that video, so please go and watch that video. It is very important video where we have covered all these basic commands, how to work with all these commands. These are very important commands you should not miss. So if you have not seen that video, I would recommend to watch that video. The link of that video is given on your screen and also given in the description section of this video. So please do watch that video. Okay friends, so now in this video, we will cover git pull command, git merge, git reset, git clean, git revert, git log, and git diff commands. So all of this command will cover in details. I'll give you the demo of all these commands. So stay tuned till end of the video. It is going to be very interesting and exciting for all of us. I'm sure there are a lot to learn, and these are the very basic, very important commands to learn. So stay tuned till end of the video. Friends, before we proceed in this video, I want you to subscribe my channel to grow Code One Digest family. Friends, I'm creating a lot of quality contents for you, but I'm not getting subscribers. I want you to like, share, and subscribe my channel so that I can grow Code One Digest family. Thank you. Okay, friends, now let's see a git pull command. Git pull command is used to fetch and download the content from remote repository and immediately update it to local repository. It fetches and merges the changes from remote server to your local working directory. In simple term, if we say git fetch plus git merge is equal to git pull. So git pull performs dual operation for you. It fetches the changes and it merges to your local repository. Let's see that in a demo. So now let's say I have two users working on a same project. So I have user 1 and user 2 and both are working on the same repository. So the user 1 is working on the same repository and he has these 6 files. And same files we can see here in our GitHub web interface that all these 6 files are available in a master branch, right? So now what we'll do is we'll clone this repository for our user 2 as well and see what happens. Yeah, so I'll go to user 2. I'll open another git bash here and I'll say git clone that URL, and now it is cloning me the repository. If you see that repository is now available here also. Now for user 2 also I have 6 files, and for user 1 also I have 6 files. Let me open a git bash first here to see which branch I am currently. Yes, I'm on master branch. Git status. Yeah, so I'm in master branch. Now I'll add, let's say, test file 7 and test file 8 and also updating file 6. Now updating the content of file 6. Yeah, so I have added 2 files and updated 1 files. Now let me see what all changes it's showing. So it has all these changes reflecting here in my staging area. I'll say git add to add all my changes. Git status, now it says all these files and changes are added. I'll do a git commit -m, add a new file for user 1 and updated 1 file. Yeah, so this is done. Now I'll push these changes to my remote repository. Git push origin master. So all these changes will go to remote repository. Yeah, We'll go to remote repository and refresh our page. Yeah, I can see 7 and 8 is visible here, but that is not visible for user 2 yet. So if I'll go to a user 2 local repository, this is user 2 local repository. Here I don't see those changes coming in unless until I fire a git pull command. So let me close this bash and open a new bash for user 2. This is my user 2 bash, and if I do git status, I don't have any local changes here. So what I'll do is you do a git pull from your remote repository to your local repository. That means you bring all the changes which is available in your remote repository to your local repository, and then you start working on the latest one. So we'll do it git pull origin master. We'll fire a command git pull origin master. That means you have to pull the latest changes from a master branch of remote repository. So if I'll do that, yeah, so it has bring all those changes and it has merged those changes from remote master branch to my local master branch. Okay, let's do git status if there is anything. Yeah, there is nothing. And if we go and see, those new files have come, test 7 and test 8, and also test file 6 is also updated with the latest changes, and this for the user 2. So this git pull command is very useful when we want to bring the latest changes from remote repository to our local repository branch, right? So whenever you start working in your local branch, you first bring those latest changes from your remote repository to local repository using git pull command. Okay. Okay, now let's see a git merge command. Git allow you to merge two branches so that you can have all the work integrated into a one branch, right? So as I said, your team member can work on different branches. Finally, they have to merge their code with the master branch. And the same thing they have to do other ways. So they also have to take the latest from the master branch into the local branch. And then that's how they can start working on the latest code, latest changes, what other team member have done. So this is a command to do a git merge and the branch name. So it always merge that branch to your local active branch, whatever branch you're working on. So this command will merge the branch name to your current active branch. So here in this below diagram, you can see you have a master branch going on, and then you have a feature branch going on. And then when you fire this command, it will take the changes from master branch to your feature branch. So let me show you a demo. Let me go to a bash. Then let's see git merge minus help. So it all options we have. What I'll do is right now I'm in branch 1, right? Do you see I'm in branch 1? Let me add a file. Let's say test file 4 here. Test file 4. So this test file now we can see in our branch 1. Say git status. So it will show me the changes in my staging area. So I have a test file 4. Let me add. I have added this git status. So this is my staging area. Now I'll commit into the branch 1, commit minus m, adding test4 file to branch 1, right? Now that this file is got committed to branch 1, right? Now I don't have anything untracked work. You see the file is visible here because I right now in branch 1. Let me switch to branch 2, then we'll not be able to see this file in that directory. Hit checkout branch 2, right? So now I'm into branch 2 and I should not be having that file in that folder. You see test file test2 test file 2 test file 3 are there, but test file 4 is missing because now I am in branch 2. So what I'll do is let me merge that branch 1 to the branch 2 so that I'll also get that file in my local. I also get that file into branch 2. So git merge branch 1 because I'm already in a branch 2 and it will merge this branch 1 to branch 2. So I'll get that file in my branch 2 as well. Yeah, so it says one file change. So let's say git status. Yeah, all okay. Now let's go back and see. So do you see test file 4 is appearing now? That means we have merged branch 1 to branch 2, and whatever changes we had in branch 1 is now available in branch 2. So this is a very useful command where you can merge the changes from different people into your main branch, into a different feature branches, to share the work between two developers, two team members. So this merge command is very useful, right? With me? Okay, friends. Now let's see a git revert command. Git revert command is used to revert some changes. It is like undo command, but it does not delete any data in this process. Instead, it will create a new change with the opposite effect and therefore undo the specified commit. Git revert records some new changes that are just opposite to previously made commits. So the syntax of git revert is like git revert and then commit ID. I'll show you a demo of this command. Just before that, let's understand how it works. So let's say you have version A, B, C, and then you realize that we don't want version B. So we'll use a git revert command with B version. So it will just delete that version B from this branch. And then you will having only the changes for version A and C. But in the log history, it will have another version created with -B. So it is a reverting of that particular version of that particular commit that you have made in the history. Let's do with the demo. So I'm on a command prompt. I'm in my branch 1 and I don't have anything to change. Let me do some changes in my repository. Let me add test 5, test file 5, and I'll do git status now, git add, git commit -m, adding test 5 to branch 1. Okay, now this is done. Now let me add another file test 6, test file 6. We'll do the same thing. Git status, git add, git commit -m, adding test 6 to branch 1. Now, yeah, so these two commits I have just made. To see the history of all my commits, I can use git log of this branch. So it is saying me that I have added test 4 some time ago. Then I added test 5 to this branch 1. Then I added test 6. Okay. I can also use the another git ref log command to see all the versions and commit ID. So if you see here, it is having all the versions of my file. So let me revert the changes for test file 5 what I have checked in. So if you see here we have test 5 file and I don't want this file to be in this branch 1. So what I'll do is now let me use the git revert to see what happens, because we have added test 5 and test 6 files into this branch 1. Let me fire this. So it is asking me for these options are available. These are the options that you can use with the git revert. Now git ref log, I want to revert that test 5 file. I don't want in my repository. I want to revert these changes. So this is my commit ID. I'll take this commit ID and say git revert this commit. I have whatever changes I have made in this commit. I don't want that to be in this branch. So I'm reverting this. Yeah, let me fire that. Yeah, so it is saying that it is deleting test 5 file. Okay, yes. Yeah, so it says one file change, delete mode this. Okay, let's do git status. Now let's go back to directory and see. So test file 5 is not there. You see that that particular commit of test file 5 got deleted. It reverted. We just have test file 2, 3, 4, and 6. Right? So this is the beauty of git revert command. We can revert the changes, whatever changes we have done with a particular commit, all those changes will get reverted. But it creates a new version for it. It doesn't go and delete that version. It will create a opposite version for that particular previous version, right? Let's say you would have deleted any file in this version B, then in a reverse process, that file would have been added back to the repository. It's just exactly opposite operation in revert. Okay, now let's see a git reset command. Git reset command is also for undoing the changes, but it's a powerful command to undo local changes by updating an index and the working directory. Example, if your master branch is pointing at C, do you see in this example, I have version A, B, C, and your master branch head is pointing to C, and you realize that you want master to point at version B, not to version C, then you will use this git reset command, git reset B, to move it there. So after running that git reset command, it will look like this: A and B version, and your head of master is pointing to version B. Version C is still lying there, but no branch pointing to it. So that is still there, but in your index, it is not showing up here. People also have a confusion between the revert and the reset command. So the following diagram, here we can understand what is revert and what is reset. In revert command, we revert to a particular commit, and then we'll say we don't want that particular commit to be available in my branch. So we revert using the revert command. So in the git revert command, we just do opposite of the commit what we have done earlier, and all the changes are reverted back for a particular version. But in reset command, we can reset our index and working directory to a particular commit in my version history. So I have version 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I can say that my head should point to version 2. So I can use the reset command. Let me show you a demo and then we'll understand that. So I'm in branch 1 and I don't have anything to commit. And in my directory, I have these files, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 files. Now let me do one thing. Let's say I deleted this file. Now I'll go and commit these changes. Git status, it's saying that this file is deleted. I'll say git add. Yes, I want to commit these changes. I want to delete that file. Git commit -m deleting test5 file. Okay, so I have deleted. Now git status. So now if you see, I don't have test5 file and I have deleted it. But later I realized that I want that file to be back. Hence, I want to go back to the version where I have all those files available. This is the head of my branch 1 where I have just test file 2, 3, 4, 6, but I don't have 5. And then I realize that I want to go back to a version where I have all the files. So what I'll do is I'll use a git reset command. But to know the commit version, I have to see a log. Git log. So here I see a git log that the latest commit what I have done is delete test file. So in this commit version, I have deleted the file. I want to reset my branch to this version. That means at this version, at this commit, I was having test file 6 also, test file 5 also. So what I'll do is I'll take this and I'll fire git reset that commit ID. Yeah. Okay, so now it's saying unstaging changes after reset. So this file is restored. It will be there in staging area. Let's do git status. Yes, so it's saying that you perform this operation, delete it. So what do you want to do? So there are ways I can proceed with deletion or I can restore it using restore command. So I'll say git restore this file. That means I don't want this file to be deleted. Yeah, so git status, now nothing is there and that file is restored. You see, get test file is restored and we'll see a git log. Yeah, so that delete operation what we saw earlier in the log is not there anymore. our index and working directory both are pointing to this particular commit version. That delete version got delete. It's still there, but we are not seeing it because we have used reset command to point our index and working directory to this particular version, this particular commit ID. Okay, friends. Now let's see a git clean command. What is git clean command? Git clean command is used to delete untracked file from your local working directory. So let's say you have created a lot of files and directories and so on. And then just before commit, you realize that you don't want these changes. You don't want to commit these changes. So you can use git clean command. Git clean command is specifically for untracked file. Git clean command can delete and clear all your untracked file. Okay, let me show you a demo quickly. So I'm in my git bash. I don't have anything here to commit. Let me go and create some files. This is my project, GitHub project. Let me create some file. Let's say test file 7, and I'll create one more file, test file 8, and I also, let's say, update my test file 5. I'm updating test file 5. Okay, so this got updated, and now I'm creating a new directory, test directory 1. Okay, now all these changes I have done. Let us see that our status command is showing me that. Yeah, so it is saying that we have test file 7, 8 created and 5 is modified, and we also have a folder created. Now let's say if I just don't want all these changes, I realize that these changes are not correct. So the easiest way of reverting my changes is use git clean command. Instead of going and doing that manually, I can use git clean command, git clean, okay, minus help. So you have these options, F for force, we'll use F for force, and D for whole directory, whatever directory we want to remove, right? So we'll also have option to run it, perform a dry run. Let's do that. Git clean minus N, what it says. So would remove test file 7 and test file 8, okay, because these are untracked files. We have these two untracked file, it will delete these two untracked files. Okay, let's fire that. Git clean minus fd, okay, F for force and D for the whole directory. Yes, so it says removing the test directory, removing the 7 and 8 file. Now let's do git status. So this is not untracked file, this is modified file, so this is not cleaned by clean command. Okay, if you want to restore back, if you want to revert back the changes, so we can do git restore this file, so it will revert back to, yeah, so git status. Now if we go back to our directory and see, we don't have file 7, file 8, and whatever we added in a 5 file, it is gone and it's empty now, right? With me, how cool it is. Okay friends, now let's see here git diff command. Git diff command is a command line utility to run diff operation on Git data sources. So this Git data source can be a file, branch, or commits that we have done in past. It is to compare and show the changes between the commits and working directory. So in a demo, I'll show you three scenarios where we have made the changes but not staged it. We have staged the changes but not committed it. And we have committed the changes, and then we will be comparing two different commits. So let me show you a demo with these three scenarios. How can we see a difference? I'm on bash. I don't have anything here. Let me do a change. So I'm opening a file 6 and I'm adding test text in file 6 here. Okay, I've added. Now let me fire a git diff command, because so it shows that this is the modified file that we have modified. If I fire git diff command now, so this git diff command is showing me that test6 file is updated, and this is the text. This plus sign shows that this text got added into that file, right? With me? Okay. Let me add these changes. So now the changes are staged. If you see, the changes are now staged. This is staged now. Okay. So now we have added that file and now the file is staged. So now we can see the changes in staged directory. So git diff okay minus minus stage. Yeah. So here it's saying that this file is a stage with the changes and got added this text. Now what I'll do is I'll commit this change and again we'll compare two versions. Okay. So let me see the status first. So this is stage changes and I'll commit these changes now. Git commit minus m added text to file 6. Okay. Now this got committed. It is status and now we'll see git log. Git log will have a git log where I have added this text to file 6 and this is my previous version. So this is my current version, this is my previous version. We can compare this version adding test file and this latest version. Okay, let me do that. Git diff, take the latest version and we'll take this version and see what all the difference we have. So it's saying that we have added this text and it's showing all the differences that we have in these two versions. So this diff command is very useful when you are comparing two different files, two different versions, two different commits, and even if those files are not staged or in a stage state, so you can use this diff command at various level. It's very useful command to see the differences. With me? Okay friends, now let me summarize what we learned in this video today. We saw the git pull command to pull the latest changes from remote repository to our local repository branch. Then we saw git merge command to merge the changes from the given branch to our local active branch. Then we saw git reset command to reset to a particular version. Then we saw git clean command to clean the untracked file in our local repository. We saw git revert command to revert back the previous commit. We also saw git log command to see a log of our git repository, all our previous commits. Then we saw git diff command to see a difference between the files, commits, and so on. Friends, if you like this video, so give it a thumbs up, and if you are new to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. I'm creating a lot of quality contents for you guys. I need your help in growing the Code One Digest family. So please subscribe this channel. And also do share this content with all your friends and colleagues because this is very useful information. Thank you.